BTS's Jungkook visits a hospitalized Jimin, showing the depth of their friendship. This emotional moment moved the hearts of the ARMY around the world. In a world that sparkles with stage lights and fan applause, there's a deeper, more heartfelt story. True friendships tested in the midst of trials. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, showed his human side while visiting Jimin, who was being treated at the hospital. This moment is not just an ordinary visit, but a symbol of the bond that has been firmly established since the beginning of their careers. Jimin, who previously underwent appendectomy and was infected with COVID-19, is now again facing health problems that require intensive care. In the midst of his busy life and hectic schedule, Jungkook takes the time to be by his best friend's side, showing that their friendship is more than just colleagues in the entertainment industry. Jungkook's presence at the hospital not only gave Jimin a boost, but also inspired millions of their fans, ARMY, around the world. They see that behind fame and success, there are human values and empathy that their idols uphold. This moment also reminds us of the importance of emotional support in the healing process. The presence of people nearby can give strength and hope to those who are struggling with the disease. The friendship between Jungkook and Jimin has gone through many ups and downs, and this moment in the hospital is a clear proof that their bond is unshakable by time and challenges. Their story is an inspiration that in the midst of the sparkling world of entertainment, human values remain a solid foundation. As fans, we are invited to not only admire them in terms of musicality, but also to emulate the positive attitudes and values they show in everyday life. No camera, no spotlight. There is no grand stage. There was only a room smelling of disinfectant, cold white walls, and the beating of a heart monitor machine that was beating slowly, indicating that someone who once shook the world with a sweet smile and a healing voice was now lying weak, defying time, against his own body. And that's where Jungkook stands, not as an idol, not as a global star, but as a friend, brother, and son of a man whose heart is being torn apart by fear and loss. He did not come with a stage costume, nor with his trademark smile that used to make thousands of fans scream. That day, he wore a black hoodie that almost covered his entire face. But his eyes can't lie. Red, wet, swell. As if the night before coming to the hospital, he spent staring at the ceiling of the room, playing thousands of memories with Jimin. From the first time they met until the last night they laughed before the bad news came. No one knows for sure when Jimin started to get sick. The media only reported that one of the BTS members is undergoing treatment. But the news is nothing compared to the reality that Jungkook himself saw when he opened the door of the intensive care unit. The always cheerful figure was now so pale, thin, with 4 tubes stuck in his hand, and the sound of his breathing sounded heavy, like carrying the weight of the world. "Hey," whispered Jungkook, his voice barely audible. No answer. Only the sound of the engine continues to beat. But at that very moment, the world seemed broken to him. Jungkook, who used to stand firm amid the cheers of thousands of people, now sat limply on the side of the bed, grasping Jimin's cold hand. The only thing he could do was whisper quietly in his best friend's ear, "I'm here, Hyung. Don't go." Several nurses looked on. They know who's coming. But they know that day is not about fame. The day is about taste, fear of loss, the pain, guilt. Because Jungkook keeps blaming himself. In his heart, he kept muttering, "I wish I had known sooner. I wish I had asked more. I wish I had been by his side earlier." Over the years, the world witnessed how Jimin and Jungkook formed a bond beyond words. More than colleagues, more than friends. They are a family created by fate, not blood. And now, fate is testing how strong the rope can hold. A journalist knows. No camera catches. But the hospital staff witnessed with their own eyes how Jungkook, the idol who is said to be cold and doesn't talk much, is now crying on his hospital bed while begging God not to take Jimin from him. "If I have to change places with him, take me." A sentence he never uttered on stage, but that day, it was the only prayer that came out of his innermost heart. Some soldiers outside the hospital began to smell something was wrong. They saw BTS managers going in and out with tense faces. The black car that usually carries BTS members out at high speed. And when they see someone in a black hoodie getting out of the car and ducking into the ICU, they know something bigger is going on. Some tried to capture the moment, but there were no really clear photos. But the news spread like wildfire in the dry forest. Jimin is seriously ill? Jungkook came to see her in the middle of the night. And from there, everything starts to explode. The online world is full of speculation, tears, and prayers. But what the public doesn't know is that night, in that room, something happened. As Jungkook again grasped Jimin's hand for the umpteenth time, Jimin's eyes moved, very slowly, almost invisible. But for Jungkook, it was like the world coming back to life. She stood up, pressed the doctor's call button, and for the first time in 48 hours, she smiled despite the tears. "Hyung, do you hear me? It's me." "Kooky." Jim's voice sounded louder. The engine beeps a little faster. The doctor entered in a hurry. The nurse told Jungkook to pull over. But he remained standing in the corner, clutching a small pendant around his neck, a gift from Jimin on his 20th birthday. That very second, the whole moment between life and death became real. Their friendship is no longer just fanfiction content. It's real. It's really happening. And the world, which once considered their relationship just a marketing gimmick, can now only remain silent. One thing the public didn't know, and perhaps didn't even realize, was that a few days before Jimin fell ill, he had written someone a handwritten letter. The letter was never published. But in Jungkook's personal space, the letter was neatly tucked away. "What's in it? If one day I fall, I just want to know that you will come first than anyone else." That night, the request came true. And that was the beginning of a story that would rock the Korean entertainment industry, not because of merit, but because of its electrifying humanitarian side. But is this the end of all suffering? Or is it just the beginning of the great secret they've been hiding? Behind the glitter of the stage and the glare of the cameras lies a deeper and more heartfelt story, true friendship tested in the midst of trials. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, showed his human side while visiting Jimin, who was being treated at the hospital. This moment is not just an ordinary visit, but a symbol of the bond that has been firmly established since the beginning of their careers. Jimin, who previously underwent appendicitis surgery and was infected with COVID-19, is now again facing health problems that require intensive care. Amid his busy schedule, Jungkook takes the time to be by his best friend's side, showing that their friendship is more than just colleagues in the entertainment industry. Jungkook's presence at the hospital not only gave Jimin a boost, but also inspired millions of their fans, army, around the world. They see that behind fame and success, there are human values and empathy that their idols uphold. This moment also reminds us of the importance of emotional support in the healing process. The presence of people nearby can give strength and hope to those who are struggling with the disease. The friendship between Jungkook and Jimin has gone through many ups and downs. And this moment in the hospital is a clear proof that their bond is unshakable by time and challenges. Their story is an inspiration that in the midst of the sparkling world of entertainment, human values remain a solid foundation. As fans,